Aloha from Kauai. I think this is life lesson number 6, and I'm here on the last day of this amazing life-changing retreat. I knew it was going to be life-changing. I didn't know quite how life-changing it was going to be. And I woke up this morning, before I'd even woken up, I could just feel this axotonal alignment with myself as the light being, connecting to the center of the multiverse, all the way down and through to the center of the earth. I don't know if I mentioned that when we went to the Hindu temple, we were actually connecting with a big crystal that's supposedly the biggest crystal on the earth. I don't think it is, but it's what they think it is, which apparently the god of our universe, because, you know, there are multiple gods as we get to the wholeness of Source and our own Mahatma, has embodied into. And as I woke this morning, I truly felt that I was that crystal. I was the embodiment of my own higher self and my own higher soul purpose. So what does all of this mean? We've been talking about multidimensional tools, becoming a multidimensional being, multitasking in the multidimensional world. What is it really? Well, it means moving out of the illusion of 3D and the idea that things are just one way. There's just a past, a present, and a future, and that actually life's happening to us rather than us co-creating with it. Now, whilst I've been here, I've actually had to really embrace how powerful I truly am. And before I came on this trip, I actually had some intentions. One of them was to stop smoking, because despite my years of working with higher and higher frequency energies, I've still enjoyed very much my daily connection with the tobacco plant, and sometimes other things as well. And yet I felt the need to move out of any habits that I had that I knew were not really serving my higher self and who I was growing into being. And for me, this doesn't mean never doing something. It means just not being in the habit of doing it every day. So I've been working with someone to help me to do this, and I actually haven't smoked at all while I've been on this trip. It's been amazing. Partly this has been helped by being in really high frequency. I mean, we talk about vibes and we talk about raising your vibration, and I work on it daily in the UK and I work on it with all my clients, but to be around like 6 other high vibe people, 7 other high vibe people, and when we're all together there's 9 of us, all of the time is like, just, I can't describe it. You wake up buzzing, you know, you're high. This idea of being loaded, as I said, has taken on a whole new meaning, and it's really meant that I'm just not finding the need to block myself, not finding the need to suppress things, and also I've been able to be beyond the expectations of others. And there's been a couple of challenging days, there's been a couple of challenging situations, not with people here but with people back home, because I really also needed clarity. Part of me coming here was to clear whatever wasn't serving me anymore, and that included habits and also relationships, and I mean serving the highest. And getting clarity was really important, and I've had to actually use my sword of compassion and be really firm with my own boundaries, because one of the lessons that I've learned in my personal life is through others seeking to uphold and protect their boundaries, they were trampling all over mine, and I am the one that then has to say, okay, this isn't serving me anymore. As much as there are things I love here and I cherish here, I need to honour the calling of my higher self and what I'm here to co-create on this planet. And it is really simple, ladies and gentlemen. When you think of something and you're looking at doing something, moving into it, does it make you feel expansive and excited, or do you feel restricted, and do you feel like actually, there's all these things and you're starting to get argumentative, or you're starting to feel bound and trapped? If you're feeling bound and trapped and restricted, that is a sure sign from your higher self that you are not meant to be taking that path. Or if you do take that path, you are going to be feeling more of that. It's never either or. There is and with, or and, you know, this. There are so many opportunities available to us. I had a reading today with Christina Joy, who I highly recommend. I mean, she'll do Skype readings. She's absolutely phenomenal. She's been one of the ladies on our course, and she channeled my higher self, and I got so much clarity from this reading, including a really deep connection with my mum, which I felt before she even mentioned my mum. and she brings in the higher selves of others that are in your lives as well. So it was really just off the scale, and I got clarity over every situation in my life that I have been asking for some clarity with. So yeah, you know, it's just, if you start dreaming something, if you have a dream, if you believe there must be more to life than this, whatever this is for you, you are right. And you have a choice to either go with it or not. And for anyone who then floods in with their heads reasons why things can't change, that is your ego trying to keep you where you are in the uncomfortable comfort zone that you are used to, because we are so scared of stepping into our power. Now, another thing we've been learning here is the difference between being in fourth dimension and being in fifth dimension and multidimensional co-creations. For some of you, I'm not sure if this will mean anything, but a lot of the spiritual practices and religions and even yoga on this planet are actually keeping us in 4D. And if you're only working with the 7 chakra system, then that's definitely keeping you in 3D and 4D, and you can't really manifest much beyond that. But the 4D, the fourth dimension, which is the astral plane, effectively. So if you've ever done psychedelic drugs, or you've done, you know, medicine, plant medicines, and other things too, they will take you to the higher ends, the top ends of the fourth dimension. But it's like a glass ceiling that you don't know there's anything beyond. And actually, so many souls think they're in heaven, and they're not in heaven. They're stuck in 4D. When you astral travel, you go to fourth dimension, okay? And sometimes you can be in the lower fourth dimension, which is purgatory, hell. There's like seven layer dimension. But beyond that, it is the portal, it is the gateway, the bridge into your multi-dimensional magician self. And this is when you fully accept you are co-creating your reality. That means you've got to own everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. And we stop seeing things as good or bad. We stop seeing things in a dualistic nature, and we start to see things beyond that as experience, as the divine seeking to know itself. And that's what I've been on this trip learning to do, moving through guilt, blame, shame, moving through this idea that I'm not enough, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy enough, which I work with all of my clients to do. This is what we've been breaking through with the Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me program, also the Conceive with Ease program. I mean, I can't tell you the toss I hear that comes from the establishment that keeps people trapped in this idea that somehow they're powerless and they need to give more of their power away in order to get what they want. This is everywhere, whether it's the medical world, whether it's the government, whether it's social services. Like, I don't want to go there right now because I'm in a nice place, but what I'll say is it's all an illusion, that 3D stuff, and actually you can take it as a benchmark for what you want and how you want to co-create. The souls that are coming in at the moment, they need high vibe parents to come into. I'm clear I'm not having any more children. Not physical ones. I'm giving birth to lots of light beings, and that's great because I do that through my clients and I'm happy with it. But I just wanted to finish this video because we've been going for a while. Oh my goodness, Sarah Smith-Lang, hello! I've been thinking of you, my darling. Lots of love to you. The sacred masculine. The sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. I've posted quite a lot about the sacred masculine today because I've been around some real examples of the divine masculine embodied in human form here. Just so much honour of the divine feminine, the sacred feminine. You know, there are 6 of us on retreat here, all women, goddesses that recognise our divinity, that have worked through the horrors that we've experienced in past lives and this life, trying to keep us bound and small and constrained and stuck in the paradigm of the ego, which is the fear-based control system that most of us are living in. And when you turn the telly on, that's what I'm talking about. When you step out of your house, that's what I'm talking about. When you react out of your conditioning, that's what I'm talking about. Anyone who's known me a long time knows I've been through a lot, and I support others through what they're going through because of what I've been through. We all have our crosses to bear. But learning now what it means to be in the hands of the divine masculine and not allowing anymore the patriarchal control of men in my own life has been really important. And I'm moving into a new phase myself. And what I would say is the status, the money, the prestige, the identification as being an alpha male, a beta male, a metrosexual, whatever, is all a load of bollocks. We're human beings. The more scared we are, the more we try and control other people, the more we try and control our environment. The more tuned into source, to spirit, to our own higher selves we are, the more we recognise that when stuff comes up in our lives that's painful, it's not the opportunity to blame and judge others. It's the opportunity to get in touch with our pain, to make choices to be around those that help lift us up into this awareness of who we truly are, rather than keeping us small and bound, and that finger-pointing feeling where you're told in any way, shape or form that you're not enough, or you must change, or you must want less, or you're wrong, or whatever the is. That's not serving you. Get out of it. It's not good for you. And bless everyone, compassion for everyone. That does not mean that you accept bullshit that's coming your way. But every pain that you experience, every shock that comes into your life is not there to punish you. It's there to awaken within you divinity, the power that you have within you to actually be beyond who you are. I'm going to part of the world to do quite a lot of work, so I'm really excited about that, and I know I've got to come home and start getting rid of stuff I don't need, because the time to be free is coming and I am ready to embrace it. So if you've been liking these videos, please remember I run retreats, I run training programs to support you to step more into the fullness of your being. That's why I've been creating these, so you can see my journey too. I don't have anything to hide. I'm really happy to share with you how I'm growing. And if you've got questions, if you've got things that you want videos to be made on, please get in touch with me. Let me know. It is my joy to serve. For now, I will leave you, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my pamper day here. So much love to all of you. Just so much love. Namaste.